Okay, let's be honest. We all have that one junk drawer in the kitchen, right? The one that's a graveyard for old, dull, or kind of broken tools. But when it's finally time to say goodbye to them, it's not as simple as just chucking them in the bin. So today we're going to talk about the right way, the safe way to do it.
So, I want you to think about this for a second. When you're dragging that trash bag out to the curb, what do you think is the single most dangerous thing hiding inside? I bet the answer isn't what you'd expect.
Believe it or not, the real hazard could be something as simple as that old vegetable peeler with the wobbly handle, or that knife that's so dull it just squishes a tomato instead of slicing it. You know the one. When we just toss them, these seemingly harmless tools become a real hidden danger.
And that brings us right to the heart of the problem. We're talking about a hidden danger that starts in our kitchens. Yeah, but it doesn't end there. It actually affects a lot of people, especially the sanitation workers who have to handle all our trash.
Think about it. A sharp object, and yet even a dull one can still be pretty sharp, can slice right through a plastic trash bag, no problem. That puts you at risk, your family, and every single person who has to handle that bag on its journey. This really is about keeping our whole community safe.
So, what do we do about it? Well, the good news is the solution is super simple. It's not complicated at all. Let's just walk through a really clear 5-step process to get this done the right way.
All right, here's our game plan. Just 5 simple steps. Gear up, wrap individually, bundle and secure, contain and label, and finally, dispose. Let's break down what each of those actually means.
Okay, first things first, safety for you. Grab a pair of thick gloves. Easy enough, right? Then you're going to take each tool and wrap it up by itself. Use something sturdy like some spare cardboard or even an old thick dish towel. The key is to cover all the sharp edges. Once they're all wrapped, group them together and use some strong tape, like duct tape or even some twine to bundle them up nice and tight. We don't want anything wiggling loose.
All right, now you've got your bundle. The next step is to stick it inside something solid, like a small cardboard box. An old shipping box is perfect. And please, this is maybe the most important part. Grab a big marker and write "Sharp Kitchen Tools" on the outside. Make it big, make it bold, so nobody misses it. Once you've sealed that box up, then it's finally safe to go into your regular household trash.
But hold on a second. Before you start wrapping everything up, there's actually another path we can take. Because, just throwing things away isn't always the only option. Sometimes these old tools can actually get a whole second life.
So you've got to ask yourself this. Is that tool really, truly broken, or is it maybe just a little dull? Because the answer to that question is going to decide what happens to it next.
It's a pretty simple fork in the road, really. If the tool still works, the handle isn't broken, it's not all rusted out, then it's a perfect candidate for donation. But if it's got a cracked handle or it's covered in rust, then yeah, it's time to go the safe disposal route we just talked about.
So if your stuff is still in good shape, that's fantastic. You can give it a whole new life by donating it. Think about secondhand stores, or even better, community kitchens. They can almost always use extra tools. It's such a great way to keep things out of the landfill and actually help people out.
Okay, so let's do a super quick recap. If you walk away with just one thing today, let it be these golden rules of disposal.
It really boils down to this. Do wrap every single tool by itself. Do use a solid, sturdy container. And do label that container so it's impossible to miss. On the flip side, don't just throw loose sharps into the trash can. Don't use a flimsy plastic bag that's just going to rip. And whatever you do, don't leave any of those sharp edges exposed. That's pretty much the whole shebang.
And that's really what this is all about, isn't it? It feels like a small thing, but it has this huge ripple effect. You're protecting yourself, your family, and the folks who handle our trash every single day. It's just the simple act of being a good, responsible neighbor.
It really shows you, doesn't it? A little piece of cardboard, a minute of your time, it can literally prevent a serious injury down the line. It kind of makes you think, what other tiny things could we all be doing? What other small actions can make our homes and our whole community just that little bit safer? Something to think about.